me turn down the BGM real quick. We are going to do the 15 event, which is aside from this quest right here at Pool Das, that's annulled. 8.7, 9.8. And hello from Sinan. And we are going to get this mission underway. I hear it's pretty quick, so let's do it. Sorry, 16 event. A land on fire. The neophyte adventurer seeks a warrior of light. Forgive me my boldness, but you are Sinai Everglade, are you not? And then my church is at an end. A begoggled gentleman tasked me to find you, you see, in hopes of reaching your aid with some matter he deigned not to share with me. Pray remain here, and I shall fetch him at once. Greetings, champion. 'Tis I who employ the young adventurer to facilitate this impromptu audience. As for the why, I request that you and you alone can fulfill. Pray, listen well, for my tale begins with a most unsettling dream. In it did I behold the evening sky, boundless and shimmering. As I drank deep of its beauty, I spied 2 stars sailing across the inky expanse. One of purest white, the other blushing scarlet. Their courses set such that they might pass without collision. Sharply and suddenly, the scarlet star shifted its trajectory high above a burning landscape. Did its path intersect with that of the white star? Their conjunction marked by a brilliant explosion of light. Even in slumber, I was awestruck by the spectacle. A lovely tale, but I fail to see what it has to do with me. I do not wish to make any claims with certainty, and yet, whatever greater meaning this vision might hold, I am convinced that the blazing white star represents the warrior of light. In other words, you. And should these portents indeed foretell future events, you are thus fated to encounter the scarlet star, whomsoever they may be. I therefore humbly request that you accompany me to the burning land from my dream, that I might witness the vision's denouncement. I will compensate you for the trouble, of course. The question is, which territory in Eorzea might be considered burning, metaphorically or otherwise? There's lots of places on fire. The Battle of Embers. While its relation to flame cannot be denied, my instincts tell me nay. It seems my dream were more rigid than bowl. A giant flickering outcrop of crystal, mayhap. Of course. Oh, then that would be the burning wall in East Thanaland. Ah, that cluster of immense crystals born of the 7th Umbral Calamity. Aye, it well resembles the sweeping scene from my dream. First mystery is solved. We shall leave for East Thanaland and the infamous burning wall at once. The Burning Wall, an apt name indeed. 'Tis said that these crystalline structures were formed when the falling stars of Delamu pierced the land's ethereal current. Some see them as a symbol of rebirth, a manifestation of renewed life. But that is neither here nor there. Let's have a look around, shall we? Spyglasses at the ready. Oh. Hello, place to land, buddy. Oh, he dead. Where am I? You're in hell. Welcome. What's going on? A dream led you to me. I understand how absurd that may sound. We ourselves were unsure of what awaited us here. As for who we are, I am content to be known as the Minstrel. The stalwart hero is Sinon Everglade. Might we have the pleasure of your name? Clive. The last thing I remember was the ruins. My head. Where? How did I come to be in this place? I don't know. People wind up in Eorzea randomly. It would seem you were knocked senseless. Confusion is to be expected. For safety's sake, I suggest we make for town and have a Fontrasteri physician look you over. I shall see our patient receives proper treatment. Would you mind waiting for us at Scholar's Walk? Our foundling is being cared for as we speak, but I'm told he should be released soon. Hopefully 'twas not that a bite of food and a little bed rest couldn't cure. It was kind of you to wait, thank you. of your condition? Much improved. The Physiker also know no signs of injury or illness. Yet my memories remain hazy. How did I end up here? End up there? Whatever I was doing, it was important. I'm sure of it. I must return as soon as possible. I see. We cannot leave him in this state. We must help him restore his memories and find his way home. What of this city, Clive? Do any parts of Ul'dah strike you as familiar? No. Maybe I've simply forgotten, but I recognize nothing. Not Ul'dah, then. Still, I should like to think that the sights and sounds of a well-known locale will hasten your recovery. The Burning Wall, the place where we found you, is situated midway betwixt Ul'dah and Gridania. Perhaps a trip to the Dwellswood is in order. Gridania, you say? The name rings no bells, but I have no better suggestions. And you would take me there? Yeah, sure. Meanwhile, I shall make the rounds of the neighboring settlements and ask if any have heard of you. Let's rendezvous in the Gridania anon. Oops. This entire situation has knocked me off balance, I'm afraid. Sinan, was it? I appreciate you coming to my rescue. Still, you must have your own business to attend to. We can set out whenever you're ready. Page recall. Off to Gridania. Are we ready? Then let's head out. Oops, I did not catch that. By airship, you have those. Not that I mean to doubt you, friend. If you say we're boarding an airship, then that's what we'll do. Sinan, if I may ask a foolish question, do these airships of yours actually fly? A foolish question indeed, then. Your expression tells me as much. Is there no air to travel where you're from? Which I hardly doubt. So it would seem. It's odd. I know that the weapon on my back is called a sword. I understand what it's for and how to wield it. Foggy as my memories may be, my general knowledge seems intact. Yet hearing you speak of functional airships, I felt confusion, disbelief for something that you clearly think of as commonplace. I can make no sense of it. Where was I before now? Ah, but dwelling on this is pointless. Forward is the only way. To feel that bracing wind, the deck shuddering beneath your feet as you rise into the sky. My memory may be faulty, but that was an experience I'm sure I'd not soon forget. So, this is Gridania. It seems very unlike the city we just left. Where to begin? I think it best if I follow your lead. Come, I shall take you on a tour of my most favorite region. This tavern, it reminds me of somewhere I've been before. No, it's no use. I can feel the memory, but it's like grasping at smoke. But maybe if you were to show me somewhere else. A chocobo? Now, that's something I recognize. Yeah, it's more than that. I had my own chocobo once, I'm sure of it. But as for the when or the where... Oh, this is gonna fuck him up. An impressive crystal. Not a mother crystal, surely. No, ours was fully absorbed by, yeah. Not nearly large enough. Look, when I try to remember, the fog in my head seems to grow thicker. This is truly a beautiful place. You taking a liking to Gridania then? I do like what I've seen of it. Seems a peaceful life here among the trees. Only, I just can't shake the strangest feeling. As if it's too peaceful, and that doesn't sit right. Patrol reporting, Commander. All is quiet with the Ixal. No sightings of Garuda. Oh, fuck. For which we are profoundly grateful. At ease, soldier. Did he say Garuda? Oh, no. You there, this Garuda you speak of. Yeah, buddy, it's not the one you think. Sir, are you alright? Lieutenant Everglade, do you know this gentleman? Memory loss, you say. I'm sorry to hear that, though it seems Garuda's name has a little spark of some sort. I was in a battle with Garuda. I fought her, I'm sure of it. Please, you must tell me more. Anything that might help me remember my past. Of course. Gridania owes a debt of gratitude to any who stood against that destructive fiend. However, there is no one more suited to the task than I. Our elder Seer is well versed not only in primal lore, but also in the treatment of bodily afflictions. She is surely your best hope for recovery. I will send word ahead to Silgate Fane. Stand ready to escort our guests to an audience. Understood, Commander. Pray, find me at Novika's altar in Old Gridania, and I will see that you are granted entry to the Lotus Strand. The Lotus Stand lays just ahead of you. If you would follow me, please. Greetings, honored guests. Commander Heloix has apprised me of your friend's condition. This is he. A pleasure to meet you. I am Khan A. Senna, Elder Seer of Gridania. I thank you for your gracious welcome. I am Clive, though beyond that, I fear my introductions may be lacking. Please concern yourself not with proprieties. Properties. Yeah, properties. Yeah, I'm not sure how to pronounce that. Since your memory loss we are here to address. I am told Garuda's name awakened some previous recollection. Yes, in the instant I heard it, a hazy vision of battle rose unbidden. I think perhaps if I could hear more of Garuda. Why? A wish easily granted. Garuda is the deity revered by the Ixal, a people who once dwelt here in the Twelves Wood. She appears as a winged entity, half-bird, half-woman, who commands the wind itself. Most frightening, however, is her capricious temper, as unpredictable as a howling storm. I should add that Sinan has fought against Garuda, her primal incarnation. A winged woman of volatile temperament with power over the wind. A fitting description of the opponent I remember. But a deity? No, the will behind that monstrous visage was distinctly mortal. I suspect Clive's Garuda and Eorzea's Primal are not one and the same. Mainly, as Clive himself is not of our world. Explain yourself, minstrel. I went back to where we discovered Clive and questioned folk in all the nearby settlements. Not one person recognized his description. Such a distinctive tattoo escaping the notice of every local rumor monger for malms around, improbable to say the least. That led me to consider another possibility. One consistent with past accounts. I have heard visitors from other worlds somehow stumbling through reality's curtain and finding their way to our star. My brand, it's the mark of a bearer. Does it pain you to remember? I feel the memories trying to surface, but when I strangely recall, a piercing ringing fills my ears. Garuda, Bearer, Ifrit, another primal's name, would seem the pain has less than tangible source. Long have I studied the healing arts, yet I sense no shadow of illness in your body. Your suffering stems not from injury, nor sickness. Victims of terrible events have been known to suppress their own memories out of instinct. One subconscious denies attempts to confront the awful truth, the mind creating a shield of pain to protect the heart. The barrier is of my own making. How then am I to overcome it? With our aid, of course. The fate has brought us together, and together we shall triumph over this adversity. So, you think me from another world? And my memories of said world are not like to return unless I acknowledge some terrible truth. A truth my mind refuses to remember. 'Tis a confounding dilemma, I agree, and I have given thought to a solution. I believe that the shackles which bind your mind may yet be struck off in the heat of battle. A drastic measure, perhaps, especially when not at your best. Which is why I turn to you, Sinan. You are the twin to Clive's wandering star. Your involvement is no accident. The path I see is thick with thorns, but if you the will to walk it, then gird yourself for war and await me at Apkalu Falls. The Path Infernal. The minstrel has a plan, it seems, but he shares little beyond confusing metaphor. Still, I'm willing to indulge him if it means making progress. We're to meet him at Paklalu Falls, right? And where is that to be found? Good. Not far then. Let's get on with it. I'll just walk there. This place. Why here? Because this waterfall is where the legendary Archon Luswa gathered a band of adventurers in the time of the 7th Umbral Calamity. Their purpose? To extinguish the infernal Ifrit. Ifrit. I know something is there, just why can't I remember? Clive recalls several words in the other Seaseer's presence. This is a cool song. Words which brought him pain, while the significance of bear eludes me. You and I are more than familiar with the fruits. Considering your reaction is to the mere mention of the name, 'tis likely the primal or its equivalent in your world is deeply connected to your condition. Thus have I resolved to weave my lyrical magics to bring face to face with the Ifrit of our world. Here, where Archon Luswa paved the ethereal path to the primal's lair, will my words be given substance, and within the vision which takes form will you do battle with the phantom of our mind's creation. Imaginary, though this confrontation may be, I fear your suffering will be all too real. Yet you must persevere, for your hidden truth will not be on earth without hardship. Take heart, Scarlet Star, and call upon the strength of your shining twin. Your path awaits. Where has he sent us? We stand in the Bowl of Embers, the site where the Almajaws summoned their patron deity, the stage upon where the warrior of light became a slayer of gods. 'Tis but a convincing illusion, the body of recounted tale given breath by fanciful verse. Come forth, lords of the Inferno. An accurate facsimile, yet not quite the Ifrit you know. No, not quite the same. It's time to uncover the truth. Alright, time to find out who I am. That's the thing which killed Joshua. Yes, I've been on its trail seeking vengeance for my brother. This fiend must pay. Fight, Sinan. Made some mistakes. I blamed another to spare myself the guilt. I fear that by accepting it, I will lose what little was left of me. But I accept the truth of it now. You are not Ifrit. I am. In the battle against your own mind would see you've emerged the victor. Intriguing. The illusion is unraveled, yet you've brought a friend back with you. This is Torgal, a wolf pup raised in the duchy. There is no more loyal ally in battle, and no keener guide when the road ahead is uncertain. Ah, that would explain the aberration in the lingering ether. Torgal is here to lead you back to your own world. Clive has embraced his harrowing past and in doing so reclaimed the memories he lost. Though not a conscious act, he has manifested his readiness to return home in the form of a trusted companion. Even so, it was difficult to accept what I've done. My younger brother, Joshua, was a kind and gifted soul. The inheritor of the Phoenix Flames, he was destined to become Archduke, as our father had before him, but Joshua was murdered, his bright future cut short. From that day onwards, I lived for one purpose alone, a dominant of fire, to slay my brother, and I would have my revenge. I spent years tracking the killer until one day I came to understand it had been me all along. I was young and distraught when I first summoned Ifrit. I hadn't known such power lurked within me, or that it could even exist at all. The transformation was instinctive, uncontrolled, and it was by my hand that Joshua died. I can but imagine the anguish this caused you. There is anguish, yes, and guilt I will never escape, but I cannot let it stop me. I was born the vessel for Ifrit's power, and I need to know why. The Church of Answers that it was in Church of Answers that I went to Phoenix Gate and delved into the ruins below. There I found the courage to face my past and accept the truth. And then everything faded to black. Your tale suggests that something in the ruins, some mysterious force responsible for your inadvertent journey. And if you arrived in the Eorzea from a place sacred to the Phoenix and its flames, then it stands to reason. Yes, what are you thinking? I'm thinking that to see you home, then we must return to the beginning. Our road takes us back to the burning wall. Once there, your furry comrade will lead us exactly where we need to go.
Mic off. Mic on.
You've come this far. Now Torgal will be our guide. Such was the purpose of his creation, after all. Ready, Torgal? Take me home. Once you choose to depart, Clive and the Wandering Mitchell will accompany you. Torgal will then begin leading you onwards. Follow Torgal to his destination and try not to fall behind. Yeah. Is this it, boy? The tale ends where it began. Where you first found me. Indeed. I was baffled as to why this, of all places, would serve as a junction between our two worlds. But now I think I understand. do. Some years ago, Aorzia was visited by a cataclysmic disaster known as the Seventh Umbral Calamity. Yet even as fire and ruin threatened all we held dear, the world underwent a mystical renewal. It was as if the star was reborn. One theory attributes the miracle to the benevolent entity, claiming that the undying phoenix flared into being to save us in our hour of direst need. The phoenix. The burning wall itself is a scar left behind by those events, its crystal ridges having erupted from the earth overnight. Some believe these monoliths of solidified flame to be proof of the phoenix's deliverance. The bond with your brother, the phoenix of your world, may have been the connection which brought you to this sacred place in ours. Drawn to the flame. It seems our time together is at an end. Thank you both for all you've done. Press on, friend, no matter how daunting the hardship or bitter the truth. Always, no matter what fate awaits at journey's end. Come, Torgal. We have answers to seek, and Valisthea awaits. And then he was gone. I feel the stirrings of a ballad. But nay, it would be hubris to imagine I could capture Clive's story from so fleeting an excerpt. That honor belongs to someone else, someone privileged to see his tale to its conclusion. Sadly, the power to peer into our worlds was not granted me by this day's miracles. I wonder, however, if you might manage it, Sinan. Although adventure is over, set in motion as it was by a dream most scripted, I must thank you for indulging my sudden and strange requests. As for your promised reward, I hope this is sufficient. Torgal proved such a trustworthy guy that I thought to bind his likeness to a summoning whistle. May his loyal spirit serve you well on your travels. Until we meet again. So that was the Final Fantasy 16 and Final Fantasy 14 crossover event in Final Fantasy 14. I wasn't expecting much. It was fun, but some people might be disappointed. But anyways, thanks for watching, guys, and see you in the next video. Goodbye from Sinan.